Do you sometimes feel like, why am I doing this? Where am I going? Is this really real? Is this like I'm making this all up in my head? You know, like everyone else around me is living normal life and I'm like caught up in this spiritual journey, or I'm caught up in like doing all these things, like coming up and facing my fears and old patterns, and everyone else is la 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 la, right? That's the delusion, right? We are facing your illusion. You're facing your movie that you've been directing, that you've been playing in, that you've been the background actor in. You've been all the roles within this movie, and it's coming up. And it can bring you to a place of, oh my God, I'm delusional. Hello, my beautiful words of love. My name is Sabrina. So in this Let's Talk, I'm going to be going all over the map a little bit, because I have, like, there's a lot of pointers that have come up this week with my clients, in the sessions, and also with myself. And the delusion is like a big thing, because the delusion, the illusion, however you want to see it, it's a huge thing, because it's when you're on this journey. Like I say, if you start this journey, you're usually like, oh my God, it's amazing. You feel etheric, I guess. You feel very like euphoric is the word I was looking for. You feel like, oh my God, I see things, I feel things. I'm like, it's very, and then at one point it gets really ugly, which is a lot of where you are at. It gets very dark. You need to go, because this journey is not about the fake shit that we're seeing out here in the trendy spiritual world. It's not about, I found myself, and my heart is wide open now and everything is cleared. I watch so many videos. I hear from people like, oh, I'm fully cleared now. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, really? Because if you were fully clear and you were fully, then you wouldn't be talking about it, first of all. You wouldn't be sharing it. And if you're fully clear, I would not see you. Literally, your body would be crystalline. You would be a crystal. So you're not clear. And it's okay. Like, this is the thing. It's like this, there's almost a little competition within this community. It's like, oh, I'm clear and you're not. And that brings up a big thing. I don't even think I wrote this down, but that brings up something that I talked about recently with a friend. How we, when your ego is engaged, and I've noticed this with myself throughout this journey, where I've noticed that I feel like I know something, and then someone will bring up, and I'm like, no, I know my own wisdom, so I'm gonna stick to this, right? That's ego, and that is, and I tell you this because to me, one of the most beautiful revelations that I have encountered within myself is that admittance of perhaps you're wrong, Sabrina, or perhaps there's much more to know, right? And I know that at a soul level. I literally know this because my higher self is like, you have no idea. You guys know like maybe 2% of what really is hidden in your blueprint, what's really like encrusted in there, but you're not really allowing it to come out because we're so, yes, I know, or we're just so in our ego. And of course we're in our ego, and that's like not to be reprimanded. Like there's like the ego, like there's a guru I watch, I don't remember his name, Shunya Murti, I think. There's a lot of things that I connect with when he says, but there's a lot of things that I'm like, okay, I guess if we were living in a cave and we were completely starving our ego, then it would be really easy to follow that rule. But we're not. We're still living in the human life. We're in the human experience. We're paying the rent and the mortgage, and we're doing all the things. So there's a way that we need to work with the ego at the same time. But to me, the key words that I hold dear to my heart are trust. You know that already. awareness, and patience. Those are the 3 words that we need to, like, I do anyways. And admittance, right? Like admitting to yourself that you're wrong, admitting to yourself that maybe there's more, admitting to yourself that oh yes, I did this at one point in my life. Yes, I was a bully because that was a way of dealing with my wounds. Or yes, I was this or whatever. Or I ghosted this person because, like, it's coming to terms with these things. Like I was telling my friend, I was like, yeah, at one point I called people to apologize for some of my past behaviors because I was acting out of hurt, right? For myself. I was like, I didn't even know how I was reacting because I wasn't really dealing with my wounds, right? Most of us, maybe not, but I like shove it away. Yeah, I'm fine. And a lot of my wounds was wiped away with escapism. I would drink, a social drinker. Let's go party, let's go out, let's go drink. I'm saying it was a way for me to release all the hurt and all of it. And everybody has fallen into something like this. If it's not drink, if it was drugs, or if it was something else. Hiding in your room and just watching like 25 hours of 25 hours of Netflix straight. It's also a form of escapism, right? Diving into books. Everyone's like, oh, I'm so proud to be a book, but you're just diving into, you're escaping. Well, I'm learning something while I'm diving, but all of it is just information, anyways, right? Like we all escaped, but now we're in a process of clearing. And all this clearing is going to take, it's going to take the time that it needs to take. But like I have like a pain, like I can feel my heart right now, like expanding, or like, like it's really strange. But that's another thing I wanted to bring up, which has nothing to do with my script either, is that pay attention to your body. What is your body saying? Right now, what I do is I ask my body, what do you need to tell me? So as soon as I said that, I had like a little grumble in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I got to eat after this. Okay. And when you listen to your body, this is you connecting with yourself. So all these things I just said is you connecting with your ego and connecting with your your mental state and your emotional state. And we need to connect with our physical state as well. Like when you can check mark, okay, I'm connected to my mental, emotional, my spiritual, this, all of it, and then you know how to navigate this journey. To me, it's like I'm walking through what is the storm? Like I talk about this too. We're in the eye of the storm, or in the eye of the storm. I hear about, you're in the. What does that mean? And like how can I be proactive about it? And how can I do something about this being in the eye of the storm? Because I gotta tell you, I've been waking up early in the mornings, which is not normal for me, and I'm annoyed. I'm like, I feel like I'm bored. I'm like I don't find any excitement of life anymore because I feel like I've done a lot. I've had a lot of relationships. I've traveled a lot in the world. I've eaten at all the restaurants. I've done a lot, right? I've really enjoyed my human experience, and I have no regrets about my human experience. But now I feel like there's something more. But also because I trust and I'm aware, maybe not so patient, but I'm trying to be as patient as possible. I know that I'm there. I'm in that tower moment. I'm in that eye of the storm, and I gotta be patient about it. I know that something is about to open, the portal, or wherever, however you want to see it. Something is I'm about to leap into something new, and that's why I'm like, ugh. And part of me is like, I can't hold on, and I can't attach to this world anymore because it's just not working for me. And so, but if we take this scenario and you bring me back a year ago or 5 years ago, I would have responded differently. I would have gone into a black hole, and I would have been, oh my God, I hate myself. I can't do this anymore. I would have done the whole pattern again, my whole like, feel sorry for myself, go into my black hole, escape with whatever substance I could, or whatever, like even movies, whatever, just like, and not really stand in the awareness of it. And to me, that's the eye of the storm, and that's where we're all at, or we're all trying to be at. And it's in this awareness that we're able to like catch ourselves and say, oh. And I freaking love it, I freaking love finding my, like, being aware of my ego when it comes in. And it's like, okay. Yeah, like that thought went through me. Like, it's like a lot of people who know me on this, who have been following me for a long time, know that I have been was a conspiracy theorist. And know that I maybe you don't know this, but I love to research, and hence being a conspiracy theorist, I think that's hand in hand, right? Or I like to go dive deep into things, and I'm also a little bit of a rule breaker, right? Maybe I'm a silent rule breaker. I'm not such a like, I'm gonna go and create a protest, but a little bit a silent rebel, I would call myself. Not to my friends, they wouldn't think, but yeah, I am, right? So that being said, it's like I'm challenged. And I get triggered sometimes, when I get into conversations about whatever's happening in the world. There's this part of me that wants to fight or to make a point, or you know what I'm saying, but not to take sides, to be in the middle of it, but still make a point, right? And I catch myself all the time. I'm like, ego. Coming in, like strong. That you need to talk. Why are you even engaging in this narrative, right? Why it's not even true. It's not even real, even though it feels really real, but it's not real. So why are you engaging in it, Sabrina? So I'm like, that's when I talk to Sabrina. I come outside of myself and I'm like, okay, Sabrina, like relax, and I love it because it is that awareness of self. An awareness of your avatar, that you're able to play the roles. So I'm like, okay, man, today I feel like being the Sabrina, and I feel like going, engaging, and having a debate. And I'm aware of it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And it's because I'm having the human experience. But the difference is that I'm aware. I'm aware that it's happening, and I come out of it. And then I have a discussion with my higher self, and then my higher self was like, "Yo, did you let it all out? It was fun." Yeah, I was like, "Okay, now let's get on to this. Right? Let's go. Let's continue clearing." It's not that I stopped clearing at that moment, right? But maybe I brought something up that came up within me that I need to clear. I mean, I don't know if you guys are having all these. I'm having crazy ass dreams, and to me, dreams are the vehicle or the modality or whatever the hell we can call the method of clearing. It's when your ego is at rest and the dream is like, let's clear those old boyfriends, or let's clear that old wound of hers, and his, and you come out and you're like, and you wake up the next morning, you're like, wow, man, you felt like you worked hard. Sometimes you wake up and you're more tired than when you went to bed. Well, because you're working. This is it, and I love it. So a few nights ago, I woke up. I was jolted up into and I saw a whole light, like a group of beings of light, I guess, in front of my door. And I was like, normally I was so excited. I got up, and then boom, they're gone. It's like they don't want to be seen. But it was also oh my god, scary, like a moment of fear, 2 seconds, but then I was elated. But it's exactly what I always say to people. It's like your soul jolted back into your body. You woke up and it was about to leave, and it's like, oh, I see it. Okay. That's what's happening though. A lot is coming through, and like I say to you guys, dream time is important, and sometimes you don't remember your dreams. It's not a big deal, and if you do remember your dreams, I do dream interpretations, which I really look into it, and it's really I've done it with a client. I have one client who does it often with me, and he's like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's really cool. We're able to dive deep into the insights of it. But anyways, that to say, to me, I feel like the soul contracts are ending, and this is why this is coming up here. And when soul contracts end, what is a soul contract? Soul contract is when you entered it, your light, your soul entered into the physical body. Before it entered the physical avatar, you have a team outside of this world who is, okay, let's decide what is your soul want to experience. What is your soul, what karma or what wounds or patterns does it have to clear, right? So let's use Sabrina. Like, I chose Sabrina's body, which I believe in this lifetime we've already had this avatar, and you've chosen the avatar that can best help you on this journey in this lifetime. And we chose my body because I was going to clear a lot for humanity, and they needed someone that wasn't ultra skinny, someone that could like take on all the energies. All right, but whatever, that everybody has a different purpose, kind of thing, right? So we chose Sabrina to come into this lifetime, and I have like a soul contract with people, with places, because everything is alive. The countries that you live in is an energy. With people, obviously, have energy, or your jobs, all of these things. These are all soul contracts. Don't even think that, oh, no. But when you go off your contract, and maybe you already know this, that you will be brought back onto your path. And this is what I wanted to get to, because soul contracts are ending, yes. And you don't know. You're like as a human, are you aware of the soul contract ending? Unless you ask your higher self, is this a soul contract that's ending, right? But some of us know, like soul contract, oh, the relationship is broken. Let's just say you're with a partner and then you break up. A soul contract has ended. And instead of us saying, oh, let's let him or her like be on their way, no, we gotta fight for this freaking relationship. No, we gotta, like, why? There was a but if you have a destiny, and if it's already set in stone and there's a rupture, let them go, right? They will find their way back if it's really supposed to be. But no, the human's like, no. I have high expectations. I married this person. We have children. I committed. We did this. It was on my vision board, Sabrina. We need to I need to work on this. And this is where it goes haywire, and that's why the world is haywire right now. Because the human is like, no. Instead of trusting and being patient, say, okay, well, let's go. And things will fall back into place. But no, you're not and then I get a lot of times, well, you're not working at it, Sabrina. You're like, no, because I always worked at it. I always try to be the better person and try to help other people and because why are you doing this? Because your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, your aunt, your grandparents, society, your rabbi, your teacher, your priest, everybody's like, well, you should work at it, right? It's like, well, there was a reason why we broke up. Like, I don't know. And then people come back together and it's like worse or better. But to me, I see things as experiences. Okay, this has to go and I'm gonna continue. But if I'm meant to be with you, it's gonna come back. Why are we forcing contracts? Like, why are we forcing situations? They fired me, so why am I gonna get it? Instead of getting upset about it, I'm like, the human will get upset and like, oh my God, and like be vindictive and talk shit about everybody else, and how could they do this to me, and how could they, like, and it's like, oh my God, people, you got fired because, like, think about it. This is how I go through life now. Oh, I haven't been fired yet, but oh, I lost that client. Let's say a client drops the session. All right, thank you. I'm not really happy about it, but okay, thank you. Maybe it wasn't the right fit, and we would have had the session and it would have been uncomfortable. So everything is a blessing. I keep saying, you know, our rejections, our detours, I think is a blessing. And it's like the human does not want that. You want to be right because you're ego. You want to be the one that wins because it's ego. You know, you want to be the one on top. It's ego. And our job here is to be aware of the ego, to discern our ego, like to discern when the ego is trying to be very survivor mode, try to be the winner. You know, like our whole life is like we have to be the winner, we have to be on the top, we have to have the best job, we have to have the most money, the highest status. And look, I mean, it's very clear. If you look at society, we idolize these people who make a lot of money. You don't idolize the person that is like no, or you feel bad for them and you cry when you see like a video. Oh my God, look how they treated him, and then you give money to them to support them. But no, man, it's all a freaking crazy cycle of like it's the world is centered around the wrong things. You know, it's around money and power and fake belief systems and fake love, because it's not about love, you know, but it's loving yourself is loving everything about yourself, and loving another is about loving everything about the other. Not about changing them, not about like, he has to have nice teeth, or like, what the fuck, man? I heard that recently I said, what do you look for in a relationship? He has to be tall and has nice teeth. And I was like, yo, man, are you for real? Like, seriously, what is this? I said, really? I said, can he be an asshole and he can like smack you around a little bit and still like have nice teeth? It's okay? Anyway, so but you're starting, and I'm starting to see the little disconnect, and that's my tower moment at the moment is my tower moment. It's like I'm starting to see that I cannot connect. I'm not having a harder time connecting with people because it's just I'm not there. And you know, like someone told me about this YouTube channel about how they take a narrative and they go anti this and pro this, you know, anti-choice and pro-choice, and there's people and they like talk to each other, and someone says, you would love it. I'm like, no, I wouldn't love it. You know, like, you guys know what I want. It's like, again, it's that division all the time. It's like that, it's lower the frequency. Here, watch this and lower your frequency, because you can get angry, can get upset about something that doesn't exist. So, one of the mornings that I woke up early, and I was bored and I was like annoyed with life kind of thing, I went back to bed, and then I woke up 2 hours later, and I had a dream that I was sitting on top of the world with one leg underneath and one leg that was dangling like a clock almost, right? Over Earth. And I was like, what is that? And the message that came right through was, you control the narrative. And I stood up and I was like, oh. It's like, yeah, I'm annoyed, I'm in this tower moment, but you control your movie. So where do you want your movie to go to, Sabrina? Do you want to move? So let's work together. And, you know, trust me when like my higher self is like, no way you're moving right now. I'm trusting it. You know, I keep trusting. At some points you're like, okay, but, you know, but that's patience. So it all comes down to all these things. And it's like, we're a human at the end of the day, and this is us trying to this is me trying to work with my trifecta, my higher self, you know, my ego, and my avatar. And the three of us, we're trying to make it work out for the best. And I'm trying to clear, you know, I'm in the process of crystallizing, but to get there, it needs to all come up. And it's coming up. And it's like clearing, and it's tiring. And it's, I think I'm at a point where, which is, I'm so grateful, because I am no longer able to attach to the fear, or I'm not the anger anymore. It doesn't last long for me, which is amazing. But it took me a long time to get here, let me tell you. It took me a long way. Like, I've been, very depressed in my life. I've been very dark. And like, even recently I wanted to go into darkness and I couldn't. And I was like, oh. Like, I want to crawl into that hole. But I can't stay long. Because I'm too, wherever I am in this journey. And it's just not working. So it's okay. It's like it's beautiful if you think about it. But so everyone is at a different place. I always say that in every video. But I need to reassure you that right now, if you're in the eye of the storm and, everything is like fucking coming up around you, can you just can you trust? Can you stand in the awareness and be patient? And if you're able to do that and start, this is a big thing I want to, I think I said that last time, but I want to say this again. So important. I don't know if even I said this to you. You need to reach out to your team. What do I mean? Not your coaching team. Your unseen, the team. Your higher self. God. Energy. Creator. Spirit. Ghost. Angels. Dragons. Mermaids. However you want to call them. We're in this together. There is no I. There's no like me. There's no just a soul tribe of humans. There is a soul tribe of unseen. And you need to reach out to these. They're here for us. That's what I keep saying. Like, I said that last week. The cheerleaders, right? So we need to. That's the only way things get done. So do reach out to them. Ask for help. You will see how much help will come to you. You will see how many messages will come to you. But you need to be open to it. And it gets easier and easier. But I need you to trust this part of the journey where it's like left, right, and center, and you're like, what is going on? And then you think you're crazy. You're going to think you're crazy over and over again. Because you are cancel, clear, deleting your program, and the program wants you in the robot. It wants to keep you there. But you're like, no, cancel, clear, delete, right? And the ego's like, no, we're going to keep you in here. And it's going to bring you into another situation where it might make you feel crazy again. Trust, awareness, patience. TAP. Let's tap into this. I love it. I'm going to create a new acronym. So there's symptoms coming up for a lot of people. Again, I want to talk about this because it's important. If you're feeling this, there's a lot of people are feeling like they're overeating. Some people are disgusted by food. These two things I want to bring up, because if you're overeating, it's because you're compensating for the light that's coming in. So don't get upset at yourself, right? The only reason that you gain weight, the only reason that you store fat is because you believe that what you're eating is fattening. That you believe what you're eating is going to make you fat. And you believe that I know this I know this personally. My higher self is like, you need to eat. And I'm like, me. And I'm still like, I still vacillate between it, I'm like, and it's like, just let that program go, Sabrina. If you're disgusted by food, if you're not hungry at all, because you don't need to eat. So just listen, right? Like I said before at the beginning of this, if you have massive pains in your body, talk to your body. Talk to your cells. Say, hey, what can I do to alleviate this? What can I do to work with this? Can you, and obviously they're not going to talk to you, right? And that's a lot of the challenge a lot of people have. Well, I'm not getting a message, Sabrina, but you will. Can you trust that you will get the message? Will it be like in a dream? Will it be something that comes up in social media? And you, oh wow. Will it be a friend of yours that says, hey, you know, I thought about this. You could have ginger root, da 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 da. And you're like, oh, how do you know, right? Because we're all working as a team. When I reach out to my friend in my head, she calls me like within an hour or a day, and I'm like, okay, because I called out to her. If she's open to receiving me, then she will receive the call. But if she's closed and not willing, then I won't hear her for a while, but she will eventually hear it. That's how I see life, how we move forward, and we open up these energies instead of staying in this thing and feeding the illusion, you know, and feeding the ego. No, we need to starve the ego in a certain sense, right? But we also have to love the ego, because as much as we are not in the cave right now, we are living in the cities or the farms or wherever you're living. You're still living in a country, right? Or whatever, on Earth. We're still in the human experience. So this is the journey. It's trying to navigate all of this and not think that you're crazy. Like, please don't. You're not freaking crazy. Yeah, your ego will make you feel like the crazy one because you don't follow the rules of life. And trust me, I've been like not fighting, but I've been having my little battle with the ego over and over again. But anyways, this is where I leave you. It was great. I hope it was great. It was great, Sabrina. I hope that this kind of clears something up for some of you. You know, you're not alone in this. I really want to implore this, and we're all here together, and we need to talk about these things because it's coming up in the field. And you know, reach out to me or reach out to other people. I know some of you do already reach out to me, and it's like lovely. I love it. And or reach out to other people in your life, but stop being afraid of expressing your truth. Because that's where it begins. When you're like, oh, I'm going to hold on to what if. No, there's no more what ifs anymore. You know, it just is. Love yourself. And loving yourself means to be completely honest and authentic with yourself. And it's just who you are. And if it triggers someone else, then maybe you're doing a good thing for that person. And you don't even know it. So let it go. Like, that's what I say. I let people go. Let situations go, because they will all come back to you if it's meant to be. Right? That's what this whole soul journey is about. All right. I love you. And do check out my weekly tarot readings. And also I do soul journey sessions and Akashic Records readings if you're interested in that. But mostly T.A.P. I love it. Trust, awareness, and patience. Love you. Bye.